Good afternoon. My name is Juan Montoya, and today I'm introducing task 2 of Didactics of Science, introducing the CLIL pyramid, key strategies and principles for quality, CLIL planning and teaching by Edwin Garcia Flores, Irene Amparo Guzman Lopez, Juan Diego Montoya Henao, and Gustavo Adolfo Osorio Morales. Thank you.
The integrative learning of content in foreign language is an educational model where it proves the necessary methodological skill to guarantee quality teaching and learning. Mm, 4CS frameworks offer a sound theoretical and methodological foundation for planning, lesson and constructing material because of its integrative nature. First, content model is not only about acquiring knowledge and skills. It is about the learners creating their own new knowledge, ledges, and understanding and developing skills. Connection content is related to learning and thinking and to enable the learners to create their own interpretation of content. It must be analyzed for its linguistic demand. Through communication, language needs to be learned which is related to the learning context. Learning through that language. Rewarding the content in its related cognitive process. For culture, interculture awareness build. And next, my partner, Gustavo. Thank you.
Thanks for your input, dear partner. Okay, I'm going to continue with the explanation about this topic. Let's see. Um, Quality principles to create an adaptive didactic learning materials. Okay, see. There are six quality principles. Yeah, to create and planning and adapting a clear class for this method, or maybe use other approach like, for example, the TB, TBLT approach with this method. Okay, uh, this is a short reflection about. Uh, in a clear class, irreplaceable principles are need provide the structure necessary for an engaging and productive class. Keep it simple and easy to follow. It can be general to cover different situations or very specific to your students. Okay, and it's important. Uh, this is maybe meaning or reflection about the topic. Okay, continue with the reading by Mayer 2013. Uh, he wrote about six quality principles. Okay, rich input, scaffolding learning, rich interaction and push output, adding the interculture dimension, make it hot. Uh, the meaning hot is higher order thinking. Uh, is related to cognition, yeah, and sustainable learning. Okay, there are a little characteristics that is necessary for teachers included in your click class. For example, rich input. Rich input um, have has as a characteristic like the teachers uh, search or research information and organize that information in a meaningful, authentic, and challenging way. Okay, it's important. Uh, uh, Teachers must follow um, uh, multimodal inputs by wizard. Yeah, that includes according wizard maps, diagrams, mental minds. Yeah, and uh, information that their students be able follow and easy understand uh, because it's important. The context, all the context is uh, uh, this is a S S L A learner, uh, and is important not include strange word, or maybe a strange lexical of science. It's important adapting, and it's important have to authentic with this search information. Because without rich input, it's impossible scaffolding learning. And scaffolding learning includes in a core of a clear method. Yeah, uh, we teachers include a good scaffolding with your students. Is possible, or maybe is 100% sure that their students can be interacting with them and produce output uh, output because um, they they can search information, research in autonomous way. And for example, in a higher order thinking, is important because uh, in autonomous study, uh, uh, some students can be create new questions, yeah, new sentences, and be able understand understand science subjects, science topics in uh, their acquisition of foreign language. Okay, this part is very important. Adding intercultural dimension, yeah, because nowadays some teachers pass out this this topic, but our global society includes this culture dimension, and it's important because mm, there are verbal and non-verbal communication with the students, and it is possible that teachers not include this topic, this quality principle, maybe um, their students maybe offending about uh, some words that they don't understand. Okay. What else is necessary? Okay. Is necessary include in these quality principles the effective way, like crashing monitor. Yeah, by crashing, it's important. They have the effective. It's very important because thanks for affective, um, students can interactive between their can share new information and can be in autonomous learning. Okay. It's important includes discussion about new topics very close in to the main topic. It's very important and use the uh, glossary or lexical that teacher create previous, and learning material. Yeah, learning material include tasks, and with tasks, uh, our students can be scaffolding. Yeah, uh, this is the other example. For example, a map, a diagram, or maybe a lot of information that students process and be the excellent knowledge. Uh, this is a short example. Yep. For example, a teacher search and includes a lot of information, real information, authentic information, um, in a second language or a foreign language. Yeah, and use this sentence question. What do we call the hot molten rock that erupts from volcanoes? Yeah. It's important includes the intercultural dimension because uh, maybe for people in an islands, some islands of the world, uh, volcano maybe is a god for they. But for example, in our country, volcano is a specific mountain. Yeah, and teacher use gaps to create the concept lava. Yeah, and use games, use a lot of information, podcasts, new diagrams, okay, or mental minds like this one, and some students can be interacting between their uh, use autonomous way to research more information, yeah, in their free time, like for example, a boy, a girl investigate nature outside the school. Finally, maybe a student by autonomous way create maybe a volcano, a tiny volcano, and explain for their partner about the concept of lava. And this is my example of that. Okay, thank you. Uh, Now it's my partner's turn to continue with the explanation of the subject. Right.
Good afternoon. My name is Juan Montoya, and today I'm presenting task 2 of Didactics of Science. And today I'll be talking about content and language integrated learning, CLIL, and the subtopic, the CLIL pyramid. The CLIL pyramid or Mayer pyramid is a holistic perspective of the planning process. It is a practical planning tool with a deep connection to CLIL. The theory is based on the four C's principle. Okay, let's analyze this pyramid. It consists of four levels, and the first one is at the bottom is topic selection. The second one is choice of media. Third one is task design, and at the top is the clear workout. So basically, the first step, which is topic selection, is based on the characteristics of the content subject. So, as I mentioned before, this one is the first stage, is placed at the basement of the clear pyramid, and it consists on planning. The clear modules are organized about big ideas and subjects or curriculum areas in a cross curricular way. The specific characteristics of the content subject are the strategic point of every clear lesson and the key for material construction. Right, the second step is choice of material. And it's the second stage. It presents a rich, meaningful, and authentic input capable of motivating and helping students in the development of activities in an essential and effective way. So, the choice of media is basically input to motivate the students. Okay, for this, Mayer insists of the need to select teaching materials, ensuring multimodal formats on their different presentations, styles that take into account the different learning styles and the multiple intelligences and models. Uh, it should be a rich learning environment for students, and the nature of the selected input is fundamental to decide the kind of input scaffolding that teacher must provide to their students. Teacher has a role of a helper, a leader for the students, and the purpose is to help them overcome the difficulties um, with concentration or giving an ample support throughout the pedagogical experience. Um, Diversities of methods are supposed to be used to make sure that they successfully deal with this situation. All right, the third stage is task design. Um, and task design leads to genuine and meaningful communication. So it's basically communication. Task design implies considering the students' development and the their linguistic competence. Also, linking learning to students' experiences. Therefore, tasks should be designed to combine both higher uh, order thinking and lead to genuine and meaningful communication. And encouragement to the students is essential to share knowledge as it requires cognitive skills. Openness towards the others, um, and emphasizing in their culture and ideas. The more demanding the task, the more scaffolding students need to ensure the learning. All right, now the fourth and final stage is the clear workout, which basically is monitoring learner performance. It is settled on the top of the pyramid, as I mentioned before. It's called the clear workout the nature of the output that is generally a real product determines the output scaffolding necessary to provide the students. At this point, teachers are able to monitor learner performance and increasing learner awareness about the learning process. Thank you so much.
My name is Edwin Garcia, and in this video I'm going to talk about creating and adapting didactic learning materials. So let's start talking about three very important words. Didactics, which is the methodology or the strategy that the teacher uses inside the classroom. Epistemology, which is the branch of science that describes how science is done. And learning materials, which is all of those activities, tools, virtual tools that teachers use inside the classroom in order to develop a significant learning class. When we talk about creating and adapting these didactics, these learning materials, we need to focus on the students' needs, because the needs of the students are the center of what to do pedagogically talking about. And from there, the work material will be adapted and created. For this, it is worth to mention that the most important thing is actually the needs that the students have. And the students' needs are actually the center of the class. And for that, I will propose two very important approaches. Number one is in situ, which is a type of approach to create and adapt materials, but in a local way, which means let's suppose that I'm having a class in Colombia, in a Colombian classroom. So I will use strategies and didactics adapted and specialized for this specific context, not theories coming from other countries like, I don't know, England or United States. In situ, in place, local activities, local strategies. And the second term is bottom up, which is actually in this idea of creating and adapting the didactic learning materials. The bottom up means like a theory that I'm developing in my context in an in situ way, with the tendency to be is like a practice with the tendency to become a theory, which is the opposite of bottom down. Normally, we as teachers, we are looking for theories from outside, theories to be applied in context. But in the bottom up strategy, we will start with the practice, with the research inside in between a teacher and students in our class, to register, to make the proper questions, to make the lesson plans, and from that to be able to create our own theory. Like from the practicum become a theory. So creating and adapting didactic learning materials is basically considering the students' needs and taking into account the needs that they have, to plan, to organize, to create, and to adapt if it's necessary some of those strategies and pedagogical activities and didactic activities that we already know somehow, but being adapting to the specific context, to our specific path. So it would be different, of course, if we are teaching in a rural area or in a private school, in a public school, if we are managing a virtual class. So in situ, bottom up, and creating and adapting all of those didactic activities will make of us very successful teachers, and we will be able to share knowledge, significant knowledge with our students. Thank you very much.